What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so after the success of the Huddersfield away day, you guys wanted another one. Today it's a little bit different and we are off to Newcastle for the weekend. I know what you're thinking, Newcastle are not in the Championship, and that will be warranted because we are going somewhere else for the second to last away game of the season. We're having 2 nights away. Actually, Kev, you tell them where we're going. Sunderland! Yep, Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. I didn't get loads of footage. You can probably hear I'm losing or / lost my voice, so it's going to be me commentating over the top. Not the whole way through, a little bit like a TikTok video. Stick with me, it will get better. We had a few too many beers on the way up, so that's why it's not too much footage of the first day, but we did manage to get some sights in, and there was plenty of singing as well. Kev had his captain's hat on, but at points this kept happening when people kept calling his phone and cutting off the music.
Instrumental, Dad, instrumental. Oh, fuck off, Chris, fuck's sake.
And there you go. Eventually, we did make it to Newcastle, plotted up in a pub just by the station. The boys are singing and dancing, enjoying themselves. There's about 30 of us up there on the first night. I know what you're thinking. Are they planning where we're going to go tonight? Are they thinking about the big game tomorrow? 3 points will definitely seal our Championship survival. What was the topic of conversation, Kev?
I won the bingo. Remember the bingo? 160 quid.
And there you go, Kev won the bingo, 160 quid, God knows where or when that was. Put up in the pub right next to the train station where we were joined by plenty more Millwall fans, and the day was in full flow.
Let them all come down to the den. Let them all come down to the den. Oh, South London!
There's a nice little shot of us coming out the pub and going to Newcastle Central Station. I used to do copper work, that's why I took a little video of that. And whilst waiting on the platform, we saw the Millwall team bus. That must have been the hotel that they were staying in. Eventually, we got there, quick walk to the ground, and then we landed at the Stadium of Light. I mean, let's be honest, it wasn't the greatest game in the world, but it was a mission to complete. We sung a little bit more and questioned Sunderland's famous atmosphere, and then Duncan Watmore / own goal from Daniel Ballard sealed the 3 points. There's the moment it happened, and of course, you know this bit by now.
Lions TV!
And there you have it, Championship survival confirmed. Our fans celebrated and cheered and sung a little bit more about Neil Harris, about the late great John Berylson, and of course our celebrations went well on into the night. The players of course had a little team huddle and then showed their appreciation to the 691 that travelled, and we went to Newcastle for round 2. And after the wonders of the Weatherspoons and the karaoke bar on the first night, a few of us decided to find a nice bar where we could potentially get something to eat. This was absolutely slick. It was called Hibu Blanc. I went with this beautiful fillet steak with chunky chips and tender stem broccoli. I went for the blue cheese sauce and I tried to do a little cool pour over thingy. As you can see, it went massively wrong. After dinner we went to the aptly named Harry's Bar, and me and the Godfather Lions TV, as you can see, spinning each other around on the dance floor. It must have been a good night for me to be dancing. We are celebrating, of course, I think I might have mentioned it, us staying in the division. Then me and Connor made a call to each other on some high heels that we seemed to pick up somewhere along the way, until Connor got distracted and went for a chat with someone who thought could have been Ed Sheeran. If it wasn't him, it was definitely Ed Sheeran from Wish. Finally, we moved on to, I think this was an Irish bar. Everywhere was absolutely packed up there. It was brilliant. And I tried to baffle the boys with my shit magic tricks. It clearly worked, but unsurprising after Connor sunk about 25 bottles of Corona during the evening. And that was it. The weekend is over and the long drive home begins, or so we thought at that point. Still had time for a few Millwall songs, rocking all over the world. Let 'Em Come, Don't You Know, Pump It Up. They was all playing. Then Kevin nearly lost a couple of fingers munching on a sandwich. And then we get a call from a mate of ours, Chris Hartwick, you absolute legend. He's a Millwall fan. I was with him up at Rotherham a few weeks ago. He didn't get to make this away game, but he lives in Northamptonshire. He put the call into us and said, boys, pop in on your way back. A little bit of an halfway house. and I'll do you a nice bit of food and some champagne. And what better way to top the weekend off with a bit of champagne and Domino's pizza. Look at that, an absolutely beautiful spread, and just when you think you couldn't have any more fun, we ended up going to Chris's Local for a couple of pints. No video footage of that, just that photo of me and the boys. Said goodbye to Chris and his beautiful family, and then we was back in the battle bus heading for home. Yep, as you can see, Kev's batteries though didn't run out, and he did manage a few more songs as we hit the Dartford Bridge. And finally, 62 hours and over 600 miles after we left home, we returned safely to the Garden of England. I hope you've enjoyed this new format. It's partly because I got pissed the weekend and couldn't bother to film, and it's partly because it makes it a lot easier for me to edit after the occasion. If you did like it, there you go. Press that like button, all that shit. Please subscribe to Lions TV. I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Lions.